We're joined once again by KIMT Storm Track 3 Chief Meteorologist Sarah Knox. Sarah, what are you tracking?
Yeah, keeping an eye on that wildfire smoke, Cammie. That's going to be the big talker over the next several days because the other talkers, they're just not there. If the wildfire smoke wasn't something to focus on, man, we'd have some beautiful days ahead of us. But hey, we'll get to that in a moment. There is one last thing I do want to update everyone on, and that is a flood warning. This is for the Winnebago River at Mason City. Now, this goes until 1 p.m. on Friday, so it's in play for quite some time. Currently, the river is in minor flood stage. Last I checked, it was 10.5 feet, and 10 feet is minor flood stage. It is forecast to stay there throughout this time frame, and by Friday morning, start to recede, go back down. So something to keep in mind, talking some low-level flooding, especially in areas like parks. All right, moving on over to satellite and radar, and it's not due in part to any rain that's coming down right now. It's due in part to all the rain that we have seen. And yes, the rain across the area, there is a little to be seen, but that's about it. We have the drier air with us as we speak, and it's only going to get a little drier. I wanted to zoom bit just to the west to show that there's still quite a bit of activity where there has been quite a bit of activity. Sioux City has been seeing quite a bit of rain over the course of the last several days, and not long ago there were some flood warnings there as well. But back home, let's move back home. Now we're moving to Rochester, and I thought, what is the best camera I could do to show this wildfire smoke? And Highway 52 definitely is the winner. And as we show this one during the evenings, we're usually used to seeing the city in the distance, and it's a lot nicer, a lot cleaner looking when it comes to the sky. It just isn't tonight. It tells you all those particles in the air. You'll see it when you're driving around at night and you see the light beams from cars, the street lamps. You can see it. And that is because air quality right now is very poor in unhealthy ranges in places like Rochester and a good chunk of the area. Now, this hasn't changed too much, the red and the orange from earlier on. What has changed is how much of Iowa is now covered in a bit of the yellow. You can see it's a little wibbly wobbly here. We want to see the green. That's where we would like the air quality to be. Unfortunately, that's looking to just get worse as we head into tomorrow. So not much has changed on the smoke emissions. We'll go to 9 a.m. tomorrow. You can see the entirety of the map covered in some of that black, maybe a little less here or there. You see a little of this coming through by 9 p.m., but it's still all there. And unhealthy air is expected for a big chunk of time. We're talking all the way into the weekend. Wildfire smoke just pushing in from Canada and staying there. Stagnant air, not a lot of big motions in the atmosphere to help push some of this out. Not until we get later into the weekend. All groups, so we're talking everybody, it is unhealthy for. That is why an air quality alert remains in effect all the way until Saturday for all of Minnesota. Wouldn't be surprised if it does spread into Iowa. Not much to see on Future Track. Sunny skies otherwise by 9 a.m. tomorrow. It'll be difficult to see, a little bit of that hazy, what do we call it, the filtered sunshine coming through tomorrow. Temperatures below average though, and like I said, it would normally be quite a beautiful week of weather had it not been for all of this wildfire smoke, Cammie, but hey, at least we still have the sunshine and cooler temps to enjoy.